What's going on, everybody? Sean Norris here from Zomb Leader Studios, bringing you guys the final update you will see on this channel. This is kind of bittersweet, so let's get into it. Coming up here on October 15th, I will be posting the Gray edition of Casadastrophobia. This is a black and white cut that is cropped to a 239:1 aspect ratio. These two factors help a lot to drive home the 50s sci-fi vibes that I was going for, and they also help to obscure some of the visual imperfections. I think the aliens look a lot better and creepier in black and white, and I think certain locations feel less academic despite filming on a college campus for half the film. I think that this is the ideal way to experience Casadastrophobia, much like the Grindhouse cut of Whitetail was for that film. So be on the lookout for that. So for the last couple months, I've been working on editing Age of Zago Remastered. Now in the previous update, I mentioned that we would film a whole bunch of new scenes and make it a whole new movie and drop the word remastered from the title. But since then, I've rewatched the original cut, and I've taken notes, I've experimented, and I found that it's actually completely unnecessary to add too much. There already was a great final chapter to the Zombiverse in there all along. I just needed to mold it into that through editing. That being said, there will still be a little bit of new footage implemented into this remaster, but we've done that in the past, but this won't be anywhere near as extensive as like the Eyeless Jack remaster or the Proxies remastered. I remember when I edited the original cut of Age of Zago, I thought to myself, this is the worst creepypasta film I've ever made. Actually, this might be the worst film I've ever made. And I've been dreading doing this remaster for a while. And I've put it off for so long. But going back to it 5 years later, half a decade later going back to it, and getting to rebuild it from the ground up, I've really grown to feel proud of it. I've shaved about 20 minutes of fat off of the runtime, and the original cut was a bloated 55 minutes. This cut is 35 minutes exactly. The pacing is tighter. The tone is darker. The stakes are a lot higher now that things are recontextualized to be the end and the final chapter and the finale to the Zombiverse series. The cut is about 95% of the way done. It just needs a couple little touch-ups, maybe an extra shot or two for continuity's sake, and some more voiceovers. But in the current state that it's in, I think it might be the best, most cinematic looking and feeling and emotional film in the entire creepypasta Zombiverse. It was definitely an ambitious one. 19-year-old Sean was really swinging for the mountains with it, and I did my best with this edit to get it there. When the original cut released in 2019, it was a little bit divisive among the crowd that was actually following the series and watching this stuff, because there was a lot of unexpected story beats that happened, and I feel like this remaster will be no different in that regard, because there's even more unexpected story beats and unexpected conclusions to character arcs that might not satisfy everybody. It's a nihilistic and dark deconstruction of the creepypasta Zombiverse. It's the Alien 3, The Last Jedi, the Halloween ends of this series. It's very chaotic and mean, as I think a Zago film should be, but in the end I think it's very fitting given the direction that we were heading ever since Slender Man first showed up at the end of Eyeless Jack. Age of Zago Remastered will be hitting YouTube on Halloween Day of this year, the 5-year anniversary of its original release. I considered waiting until 2025 to release it on the 10-year anniversary of Jeff the Killer, But I figured 2024 was good enough because this past August would have been 10 years since production began on Jeff the Killer. This Halloween, all 8 films of the Creepypasta Zombiverse will finally be restored and available to watch in our Zombiverse playlist. So you'll definitely want to do a marathon and catch yourself up before then. Oh, one more thing, the film will also have a post-credits scene that you won't want to miss, so stick around through the credits. Now let's get down to brass tacks. Once Age of Zago is released, it will be the final film to be uploaded to Zomb Leader Studios. And I will be retiring this YouTube channel immediately after. It's been a great 11-year run. I've made 8 creepypasta films, 5 original films, and they'll all be on here to be seen as many times as you want. I'm proud of them all, truly. That being said, I'm not giving up filmmaking. I'm actually working pretty hard on a feature film script. Andrew Oliver and I are cooking up something pretty sick, and we're kind of excited to get started on this. So if you follow my Instagram, you'll probably get more updates there. But I'm pretty excited. I'm grateful for how fun the last 11 years of filmmaking have been for me and my friends. I'm grateful for every one of you guys who stuck around and whose comments I still see on videos all these years later. It has been a wild ride, and I'm finally content to have closure on this channel and to move on to the next project. I can't wait to share Age of Zago Remastered with you all on Halloween Day, and I'm even more ecstatic to begin shooting my next horror film, hopefully very soon. You guys are the best, and I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. This has been Sean Norris from Zomb Leader Studios, signing off one last time. See ya, fellers.